Hi, Shelle Rose Charvet here again. Are you stressed out over your financial situation? I mean, lots of things changed suddenly. This virus was coming and it didn't look like it was going to be a big deal. And then, whoa, suddenly it's a big deal. Tons of people have been laid off. Your savings or investments may have taken a hit. But the big problem is if you're totally stressed out about it, you can't think about it properly. We know that when you're in a stressed state of mind, you can't think logically, you're too emotional, and it's very difficult to solve problems. So today I want to look at how do you solve the stress around financial issues. You know, it's the same for any kind of problem. Our thinking and our emotions can either help us or hurt us. And one of the things that people do when they're very stressed out by a problem is they see the problem mushroom and get bigger and bigger and bigger. And if this is what you're doing with all the what ifs and what am I going to do if, and oh my God, I don't have enough to pay my bills, and what about my rent, and what about my work? Lots of people have seen their work, particularly if they're trainers and speakers and consultants, pull out the window. And the what ifs end up making the problem so big that you're tiny in comparison. So that's one of the problems in terms of how we think about the problem. We're just now a tiny little unpowerful human being. And the other thing that we do is that we get too close to the problem. It sucks us right in. So here we are. We got the problem right on our face. Now, notice if you have the problem right on your face, you can't actually see around it very well. And it's so close, you can't even focus on it. Oh, that's exhausting. First thing to do, of course, is to get some distance. So if you're either awfulizing because the problem is big, and it is big, or you're stuck with it on your face and you can't see around it, I want to give you some tips to know what to do. I don't know what you need to do about your finances, but I'm here today to help you manage your stress and get into the right emotional state. You know, this is a strategy I learned from neuro-linguistic programming, NLP. It's how to go from blame frame to outcome frame. You see, when we're in blame frame, we tend to think of ourselves as a victim. How could this happen to me? Why did this happen to me? These are the kind of questions that we are probably asking and answering, even at an unconscious level. And these awfulizing questions like, whose fault is it? Why died? What did I do to deserve this? And how am I going to get out of this? All these are kind of the questions that push you deeper and deeper into a hole. And believe me, if you're in a hole and you keep digging by asking yourself those same questions, you don't get out of the hole. So what do we do instead? Well, if you got the problem right here, first strategy is to breathe and remove the problem. Remove yourself. Zoom out. Get a bit of an overview. And how you do that is you consciously switch the questions that you're asking yourself. For example, an outcome frame question that gets you out of blame frame into more outcome frame question is, well, given all the things that are going on, what's my goal? What do I want? So for me, I mean, I lost a lot of my live work when the coronavirus happened. And I got myself out of blame frame thinking, oh my goodness, what am I going to do? And got myself into outcome frame by saying, okay, what do I need to aim for? And I did some calculations, like what do I need per month? I don't know how many months this is going to go on for. What do I need per month? What resources do I have? So first question is, what do I want? And I ask myself, what do I need? And I set a target for what I'm going to aim to bring in. Another question is where, when, and with whom? Like, when do I need it? I need it now! That's not helpful. But to set out a plan with some dates, where and when are you going to need this? Thirdly, to imagine what that looks like. What does it look like when you're meeting your goal? We all know what the problem looks like. We've been practicing over and over again, visualizing it. Now let's visualize the goal. Well, I see clients working with me remotely, changing how I'm doing, and I see that happening as part of my goal to hit my revenue goal for what I need to do to survive. So now I've got an image of what I'm looking for. Not only the image of all the things going wrong, I have an image of what to look for. What resources do I have that can help me? Hey, I've been working online. I have good client relationships. These are all resources that are going to help me. And the last question in the outcome frame that's going to help you breathe and think about moving towards what you want, not just freaking out over the financial situation. The last question to move you towards what you want is, how can I start right away? What are the first few things I can do? Because I think you'll find that once you get started and you're moving along, once you find that first step and the second step, you'll find that you can move quicker towards your goal because you're already in motion. Now, I'd like to know what you're doing about your financial stresses. Everybody's in a different boat. What strategies or tips do you have that you'd like to share? And if you think this would be useful, please share this video. Love to hear from you.